Okay. Hi, Joss. Did you get my email? Got it out. It's coming. It's not the fastest route, but it's coming. And you have the tracking. And I put the value at 25 just to, so you know. Okay. Hello, everyone. I was going to do another giveaway tonight. I think I will. Hi, Jacqueline. Hi, Raina. Oh, it's been a glamorous day, let me tell you. Hey, Felice. Let me just say hi to everybody here. Let me take this banner down. The I'm Late banner. Here we go. I'm never on time for this. It's so bad. And I'm like a to the minute kind of person, because when you're a school teacher and your kids have to be somewhere at 9:32, you get them there at 9:32 because there's another teacher that starts her break at 9:33. So like you're right there. You get it. I was unpacking groceries. Love your name. It's my middle name. Isn't that funny? Isn't it weird, like when you meet somebody and they have the same birthday or the same birthday as like your husband or your kids or something? It just is so weird. You didn't look at your emails yet? Oh, okay. You have the tracking. I sent you an email. Oh, my goodness gracious. So, guys, I didn't look at you. Oh, okay. Hi, y'all. I did a little wear test today, just for a little bit. I put on the Westman with like nothing, just to have something on. I do have eyebrows, and I put the KJH mascara on to wear it to see how it would wear. So we're going to look at it. Thank you, Jocelyn. I did them in order by their color family. When I tell you that there has never been a nude collection like this, it hits every single color at every single temperature. It's crazy. Is there something weird with the lighting? It seems weird. I had no idea you were an educator. Be the best teacher. I loved teaching. I had such a nice kid today helping me with my groceries out to the car because I had 2 carts. Just so everybody knows, like everything that a child would want for back to school is on sale right now. Like if you go to the grocery store, all the snacks and everything is like buy one, get one free. Get a whole pack of these. Like everything's like little individually wrapped stuff and everything's on sale. I bought like food and like paper towels kind of stuff with the bags, like cleaning supplies, like everything. It was fantastic. And then I had a kid take me out my jewel where I live, which is Albertsons, I think, in the rest of the country. And it's also, what was it called in Colorado? Ryan would go there. I got to think. They hire kids and adults with special needs. And I had the neatest kid with me today that helped me with my second cart. I love that they do that. What's it called? Safeway. Safeway. Yeah. So have we all at this point tried the Westman? It was a no makeup summer for me. Honestly, I seriously wore like this with like for concealer. That's like a 2-in-1. It's like for puffies, but it also color corrects. It comes in 4 shades. And now adding this, it's like, I like makeup again. I'm liking this foundation so much. I actually am going to go out and say I think it's the best one I've ever tried, foundation-wise. I don't think that there's a foundation out there that's more skin-like or wears better. I mean, I'm looking like I don't have any contour or anything like that on, but my skin looks pretty even. I mean, I'm a little bit red, but I went very, very, very thin. And I think it was really a good test. I feel like it's very glowy, but not icky glowy. And just because, like, I have to. The Lisa Eldridge balms have been my little, like, summer delight. These things go on lips just as well as cheeks, which, like, most products don't. This is called Meeting the X. And it's like that little tiny adjustment that, like, makes a huge difference. I keep one of these, like, in my bag. I have so many different colors. I think I have 3. One is like that blackberry color, and one is more like a melony, kind of pinkish, like a rose. Here's one. I have Rose Madder, which I feel like goes with everything. This is my newest one. It's called Meeting the X. It's a really nice cool tone pink. What I like about these is you can't overdo them. They're exactly like Lisa. They're very edited. Here's the other one I have, Hellborn Heaven. And this goes more into like that blackberry range. I absolutely love them. I've used them a ton. The consistency is nice. It's like not too waxy, but it's got enough that you get a little bit of stick. Like it doesn't just slide off your face. Like it. Have you guys had any summer things that just hit all the notes for you? And has anybody gotten their Chanel palette that ordered one? Dying to know what everybody thinks. Because I have to say, I'm in love with it. I'm so glad that I picked it up. It reminds me of what Chanel used to be like. That really subtle, beautiful, classy, gorgeous, something. I love it. Love it. No one's talking, huh? You guys are just quiet tonight. My husband's like, are you going to be on for like 3 hours? The show? Like, I don't know if I have 3 hours in me tonight. It's been a week. Has anybody tried this? You love your new Chanel palette? Me too. I have to say, it's even better than I thought it was going to be. This one color, the sparkles are so intense, but when you dab it, you get this like scattered light, but it's so teeny tiny and itty bitty that it's just light catching. I mean, it's just ridiculously pretty. You passed on the Chanel 9 pan because of the glitter shades. I wanted to see that. INAC. What were you looking for? What's that? Is that like an ingredient list? I don't know that initial. Is that a Canadian one? I know Inky is like ingredients. That's what I'm guessing. You were skeptical because you have not liked any of the newer Chanel palettes and have them all. I have them all away. Oh, I need a cool. Duh. Thank you. I'm not the coolest mom. This is true. Thank you for telling Natasha Denona I Need. Cool. Gotcha. Gotcha. I would say that the Chanel palette is a lot more like I Need a Nude than I Need a Cool. This is the vibe. Same vibe. Executed differently. Do you guys agree? This is much more similar. I'm going to blind everyone. Okay, this is the Cool. Sort of like the sister that can go with either mister. Got this one. Let's see if I can hold them without dropping them, because that would be not fun. Okay, this, oh, that was a whole pan that just fell out. Oh, Natasha. Okay, we're going to salvage it. We feel okay. Oh, 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 oh. Hold on. Let me push that little guy in. Okay, it happens. They're poured in, and because they're like a slurry formula, when the moisture comes out, it's gonna not be filling the pan in the same way. But I truly think this is more like this. But these are very, you know, they go together very nicely. It's just that you get kind of some of these like more like pinkies. She really stayed very nude here. I would have loved to have seen like navy, burgundy, something like this is what I always keep coming back to. Like this palette that Mario did with ABH that is so old, it's got like those, it's hard to tell, but like you get a navy and a green and a wine. And with like this kind of a cool palette, she could have gone wild, you know, with really cool shades. But they're all kind of taupey, beigey, champagne-y, all in the same group. And I feel like these, like if you grabbed a navy, a wine, and like an evergreen, like a navy, a green, and a wine is what I would do with this, just to add something fun. Oh, you gave them all. I know, you gave me one of them. You agree? Hi, everyone. Just getting home. Hi, Molly. Sorry, views that mentioned that there were falling shades. Oh, this is not the new palette. That was an old palette. This was I Need a Nude that fell out. This is a good pop. I mean, Mario, if you're listening, which I'm sure you're not, bring back the Mario palette with ABH. I would love to see something like that. He was interviewed, was it last week or this week? I can't remember, on Los Angeles, which has become like my favorite podcast. They're on twice a week, Tuesdays and Fridays. 2 editors, and they're like creeping up on 40, but they're very knowledgeable, real editors doing things like hosting the Ulta, whatever that was, Ulta World, that was like Sephora World. They're really neat. I really like them, and I want to show you guys their YouTube channel because I always do the podcast on YouTube. I like to watch and listen. The only thing I've been listening to like crazy is the Lindsay Clancy case. Okay, here. Gloss. No. Hold on. What just happened? Hold on, guys. Okay, there we go. Let me mute. I'm going to have to go and erase this now. Okay. Okay. Los Angeles is the podcast. And without any sound, just show you their opening is always the same. It's like LA. Kirby and Sarah are the hosts. And they're just great. They know the ins and outs of the beauty world. They know all the behind the scenes. They know what's going on in front of the scenes. Like, they're just that good. And I highly recommend it if you just need like a little escape. Even if you're walking through the grocery store and you just like have like an earphone in, they're so good. Really, really good. Okay. Gives it a pop. I saw. Hello, Maria. I never do it, but I'm thinking popping a mauve and khaki and green, maybe, and navy, and that cool palette would be so perfect. That's like our dream palette, Molly. We've talked about this. I do love the sparkly shades so much. It's probably your favorite of hers. It's really, for someone who's cool, you have to understand that every palette that says it's cool is never cool. It's usually neutral, and some of the shades will lean warm and you'll get a little bit of cool, but you don't get this much. Like, this to me is like the foundation pretty much of any look. The ones that get too warm and yellow can be treated now with this, and that is a great feeling for a cool tone person. No matter what palette it is, no matter what I'm doing, I always had a huge love for glam. To me, this palette was just perfection. And it was so ahead of its time because a lot of people at this time were doing really colorful looks. This was the little black dress for me. Absolutely. Does anybody else love the glam? Hi, Maria. I don't know why, but my feed keeps buffering, meaning that spinny ball keeps happening every 4 seconds. I can see the chat, no problem though. On me, it's spinning? Maybe go out and come back in? I don't know. So here's the comparison of these two. And this is much cooler than this. And I always felt like this was cool enough, but now I think this is the coolest. But this palette will always be in my heart forever and ever. To me, it was absolutely perfect. If you are a warm person, every single palette feels like a perfect fit for you. I've worn this once on camera. That's it. This is going into the swap because all I've done is swatch it and maybe tried a couple, and It is literally, this is what it looks like against cool skin. I mean, it's just, it's like you can't make it work. And when you're cool and you need a background to do like a fun glitter, you gotta have something cool there. And now we do. And I'm very happy. I'm not going to sit here and swatch all these like every other channel. You guys, there are swatches everywhere that are way better than any swatches that I could do. But I have to say, like, ooh, sorry. Xenon is a whole different beast. However, I think it could make some guest appearances with this. Like if you wanted to use the black with the taupe, I think you could. I think there's a case for putting some of the darker colors in here, because this deep dark color is actually a brown, not a black, but it's like a, you know, like if you have like a black brown mascara, it's got a, feels like a black, but not as harsh, which is probably better. Even though, like, I'm not really into brown mascara like everybody else. I don't think it looks great on me. We're going to keep that down there. Okay. So I want to talk about the mascara first because it's interesting to me. It's the first time I've bought anything from KJH. This is the Micro Scara. If I can micro find it. Here it is. It's real skinny. Should probably wipe off my finger. It's a skinny little tube. And the wand is teeny tiny. And it is smaller and then gets bigger toward your hand. And I don't think it's that different in size, since a lot of people have this. This is the Rare eyebrow gel. It's even smaller than the Rare eyebrow. Isn't that crazy? And it's got that cone shape. So it's definitely custom. And it is a true tubing formula. I've worn it a couple times now. Today I wore it like as a test to see if I had any kind of crumbling or falling. I see none, like none, which is crazy because I've been everywhere. I took the dog to get washed. He came back, driving back and forth to the train station with Ryan, doing groceries. Like it was not a very glamour-filled day, but my foundation by itself held up, and this mascara, I give it an A. I'll put it on again on here. The one thing that I'll say about this that I wish is I kind of wish she did like a two sides thing where you get the little brush on one side and the big brush on the other side, because I like the little brush for getting in here and for the lower lashes, like, but I like to take those lashes and swing them out, you know, all at once. And that's hard to do with this, obviously. But what I did was I kind of just used one of these spoolies to just sort of, you know, get that lift. And this held a great curl. I mean, it's a good formula. Has anybody tried any of her other products? Because I have not, but I'm kind of looking forward to it. Adore the Glam palette. I know. She's like an old friend that you could take anywhere. Okay, did something and seems to be okay now. Okay, well, I'm glad. I'm very glad. The I Need to Cool is better for your deep set eyes. I only use light and medium tones. You will love the palette. It's great. Could the packaging of each palette add to its cool tone and warm tones? What do you mean? What do you mean? The packaging of each first of all, I think it's so pretty. I mean, she's just getting like, she's having a good time with these. They're all like so interesting and they have like little personalities. But she's like come a long way, you know? I remember when the first palettes came out and, you know, the big ones. Let's take out Leela. Leela with these big pans. Okay, first of all, this palette still does it for me. I wish that her purple palette had been more like this. How old is this palette? Somebody look. When did Leela's launch? Because these shades are still good. I'm pretty sure they're probably not advised to be used on eyes at this point, but saying you could. And she really took to heart the fact that people would not spend at that point what seems like a bargain now. What were they, like $120 or $125 like for one palette? So she reduced the size exactly in half and we paid $65, I think it was. I don't know how much they are now, but I remember her taking what everybody was saying and actually pivoting and changing. And this was like before Refer, you know, because Refer kind of built their brand on creating brushes that worked for people, using their feedback and asking people to give feedback and make the changes and design things. And it was like kind of a new thing back then. I think I'd like the wand in the KJ's mascara. It's very nice. If you have tiny lashes, monolids, lots of like deep set eyes, or you know, bags like me that are like coming down, you need a bluff, that would be me. The little wand, you can get in anywhere with that thing. And I will show you how nicely it removes and I will put it back on. It's great. KJH just arrived at Sephora Canada. Have yet to try the brand. I have not seen it in store yet. The mascara I bought online, and the Sephora that I was at the other day, when I swatched all of the lip liners, they were going to put out the YSL blushes, so I missed those. I didn't go back today. I just had way too much going on. But they were putting those out, and I said, "Are you going to get Katie Jane Hughes?" And they're like, "We don't know." Every store right now is flipping. So what happens right before the fall season and holiday, those shelves, those gondolas that you see, the ones that aren't working are out and the new ones are coming in. Like at my Sephora, It Cosmetics is going online. That whole gondola now is going to be open for somebody else. And they're all changing in all the stores right now. Whatever's not working is leaving. Whatever's new is coming in. It's kind of nuts. Definitely want to try the mascara. I have a couple blushes. I didn't care for them, but maybe she tweaked the formula for Sephora. Okay, that's good feedback. Her makeup is something I want to touch. I am not sure about the glow. because I am not a super glow person. I'm more of a aura kind of glow person. So I have to see what those are like. For some reason, I just stick to drugstore mascara as luxury mascara really, really uber good. I compared, I don't know what I did with it. I don't remember where I put it. There's a drugstore mascara that just came out. Where is it? I have no idea. I might have given it away already. I don't know. It was whatever the new mascara is that's tubing. Let me see. Maybelline Sky Tubes. I liked it, but I didn't like it as much as my $12 one called Heimish. I gotta tell you guys, this with the KJH is going to be like my new jam. This will give me that lift that I want with the big brush. This is also a tubing formula. Kind of a similar idea, except for this one's arched and obviously a lot bigger. But the formula of this and the formula of the mascara do well together, because I did that yesterday. I think that drugstore mascara, if that's your jam, I don't think that many mascaras are different. Now, the one that's coming out tomorrow for $48, let's take a look at this, because I want to look at some of the things that she's claiming. Here we go. I might have to go on Sephora. Let me look. Okay, let me go on Sephora. So tomorrow, Farah Hamidi is coming out with a mascara in 2 shades, very black and very brown. Here we go. This is called Pool Slick Mascara. Big bright yellow tube, curved brush, just like the one that we just looked at. Like, I would have to say, like, literally identical. Literally the same brush. This is not a tubing formula. This says Pool Slick Mascara. You have Absolute Ultra Black Glassy Obsidian. And then Cabana Ultra. Wait a minute. Here we go. Cabana True Neutral Silken Walnut. And the idea here, I think, is very editorial. I don't know how it's going to translate in real life. I know that Rebecca's going to try this. I'm on the fence. I don't know if I need a mascara like this. I don't know if it's going to be too much volume and not enough length. The mascara is described very interestingly. A lustrous lash lacquer with long-wearing smudge-proof pigment and a formula that volumizes, lifts, and fortifies lashes. Okay, this is interesting. Volumizing, curling, lengthening, long wearing. This product is cruelty-free. The highlighted ingredients are plankton extract to stimulate hair follicles and increase lash density and length, pink pepper extract, vegetal extract that darkens lashes over time. Put a pin in that because I've done some research. Pomegranate seed extract provides moisture and hydration. What else we need to know? To achieve Farrah's just out of the pool lash, wiggle the wand from base to tip in an upward motion in the center of the eye and outwards motion on both the inner and outer lashes in just one coat. Clean at Sephora. Now, the ingredients that they highlight are the plankton, the pink pepper, and the pomegranate. And if you look at the actual ingredients, because I did, the second ingredient of this mascara is citrus limon, lemon fruit extract, which to me was like, what? I was like, wait a minute. Hold on. The warm palette is in a very warm color scheme. When you look at it, the shadow colors look warm, or with the cool, the white is stark white. So it emphasizes the coolness off the shadows visually. I agree. You need a cool to make something warm. You need a warm to make something cool. I got the Leela's palette. I rarely used it, so I gave it away. Such a good one. KJH is so into a wet face look. Her blushes were kind of dry, if I remember right. Probably because she wants you to like swirl that like stuff into it that she puts like on her Shine Balm or whatever it's called. I love her tutorials. I have to say, like during COVID, was she not just like teaching us things? It was great. Am I wearing the Natasha Denona on my eyes right now? No, I just have foundation on my eyes right now. Passed on the Chanel 9 pan because I was afraid it wouldn't be pigmented enough. It's not, Rachel. It is not pigmented very much at all. Got the Viseart Midsummer Lumiere palette instead for $22. You're in good shape. It was a good purchase. Good, but Rachel, I love Viseart too. It's a great brand. I got it. I typo all the time. Ask Molly. I think she made the blushes dry so that you buy that weird glossy stuff and wants you to mix everything into it. I know. And I just think about like the new Hourglass blushes that just came out where they finally gave us some cool tones and it's got like that weird pressy thing on it. Nobody likes that. People just don't love the application of putting on that Hourglass dropper blush. If you have like long nails, it's really hard. I never used mine. If something's hard to use, I really don't want it. You're back. You had to drop off because your hubby called from out of town. Welcome back, Felice. Okay, so back to the mascara. I had to take a little deep dive on this one because I'm looking, first of all, let me back up. Farah Hamidi is an incubator brand for Violet Gray. So Cassandra Gray is the one that's helping Farah come to market, get investors, create the vibe, the kind of products and everything. And this is like Sephora does with the brands that are new. She's doing this with Farah. She backed a makeup artist with a vision, and together they are bringing this. And the reason why I found out, by the way, guys, I'm double fisting tonight. Chamomile tea and a sangria with some apples in it because I needed a drink. Join me with either thing. I'll be sangriaing for a little bit. So I watched an interview with her and it kind of like made sense. You know, like you can kind of see the same vibe that you get Violet Gray, Farah Hamidi. You know, it's that like elegant, high-priced, editorial looking makeup. This one, I don't know. How do you how is it gonna look wet, and how is lemon the second ingredient when they're sitting here talking about plankton extract, pink pepper extract, and pomegranate seed extract? Let me pull this up. Here we go. I compared the two mascaras. For the KJH, it says a black tubing mascara with a micro wand designed to catch every lash. Its formula and testing support length, separation, volume, curl hold, and smudge resistant wear. And I can tell you that all of those things are true. The Faro Midi is a black or brown lash lacquer designed to create glossy, just out of the pool lashes. The makeup concept of the follicle growth and the progressive darkening of the hydration claims are not substantiated by evidence provided, and the unexplained placement of the lemon extract as a second ingredient raises questions for an eye product. Now, I am not saying that I know how to read ingredient lists. I'm not saying that I'm a product genius. I'm not saying that all of these things shouldn't be there. What I am saying is that it gave me pause to see lemon on an eye product. I thought that that was kind of weird. It's a highly respected editorial makeup artist, luxury collectible packaging. I mean, check it out. She's beautiful. A deliberately narrow expert assortment, Violet Gray's aura of rigorous vetting, the clean formulation language, the plant ingredients presented as sophisticated treatment benefits, and a high fashion concept just out of the pool that makes the mascara feel distinct. Now, I agree that this has like a vibe to it. I just don't know if it's my vibe. I did watch a couple TikTok videos with the Farah mascara. It does not look that wet to you. I don't want lemons anywhere near my eyes. Okay, so we've been I really went to town on this because she made a lot of claims. The marketing is interesting. The formula leads with water. That's the first ingredient. And lemon extract, the second ingredient. The third ingredients, Sephora highlights, appear way lower. So you got plankton, pink pepper seed extract, and pomegranate seed oil are the three things that she's highlighting. And she's saying that basically she's going to help stimulate the follicle, increase the uncoated lash density, increase the biological lash length, and progressively darken the bare lashes, because her claims are right here. Plankton extract stimulates hair follicles and increased lash density and length. Pink pepper extract, vegetal extract that darkens lashes over time. Pomegranate seed extract provides moisture and hydration. Those are the ingredients that she chose to highlight as a kind of skincare feeling mascara. Is the average beauty consumer going to understand all this anyhow with the ingredients? I don't know, but who's spending $48 on a mascara that's not into makeup? You know? I don't always look at the ingredients. It was the fact that there were all these claims, and I was like, darkens my lashes over time and like helps them grow. And I was like, well, maybe it is fantastic. More expensive than a Chanel mascara is pretty presumptuous. That's a good word, Mal. Like the word. That's a lot of claims for a mascara, don't you think? Don't think so. Now, I will say, I've tried the Grande mascara and it is awful, like super clumpy and yucky. And the idea of putting it on every day and having the Grande lash like all day long was very appealing to me, and I just couldn't go there. But she's really making some claims. Stimulates hair follicles, particularly aggressive language for a rinse-off mascara applied mainly to the lash shaft. If she has controlled data proving that the mascara reach the follicle and change the lash growth, she should publish it. Pomegranate is also listed as seed oil. The marketing says it provides moisture and hydration. Oil conditions and reduces moisture loss. It does not directly hydrate by adding water. Her first ingredient, though, is water. Lemon is second. I'm not saying it's going to damage your eyes. I have no idea what they have done to this. It says no obvious consumer benefit that screams anything, where lemon is something that's used in mascara. The formulation obviously passed the safety tests, but why market those three things so hard and kind of make it so that people are going to want to look at your ingredient list? Because I wasn't going to ingredient list today. Lemon extract in cosmetics acts as an antioxidant. It's not lemon juice. Okay, that might very well be, but it's still something that gave me pause near the eyes. Antifungal. Wouldn't have any issue with the ingredients. I have issues with claims that are, if you're making a product and you are deciding what ingredients are going into your product, and you're like, oh, here's plankton extract. This has been shown to stimulate hair follicles in a study with the plankton, in some way. And then you put it in and suddenly you get to make that claim. Or you find the pink pepper extract and something in the research that people have done with pink pepper extract darkened whatever it was, and so it's going to darken the lash. Pomegranate seed, the same thing. They find out that there's moisture and hydration here, but these are some big claims. And I think she should have really led with the drama, the wet lash, instead of so much the ingredients, unless it was a reason to justify the price of this. The next ingredient is glycerol stearate, hydroxypropyl starch. She's got carnauba wax, glycerin. I mean, there's lots of things in here, seed butters, and it seems like it's going to be very kind of almost moussey is what it sounds like to me. But we'll have to see. I just wanted to point it out. The KJH brand is over here next to it. I think it's a really interesting way to enter a market that hasn't really had all that much innovation. I feel like right now, all of a sudden, people are talking about tubing formulas. But there really wasn't a way to make the tubing mascara a lot better. But there are a lot of people out there that need this kind of precision, that want to get in on the lashes over here, or their lid is falling down like mine and they want the mascara to like push up. And to get into those little spaces, if you have a hooded eye or monolids or whatever it is, this is a lot easier than something this big, a mascara wand. So I think it was an interesting choice, and she's getting great reviews. I mean, a good tubing mascara for people who love tubing mascaras is always a good thing. Hi, Lisa, you're not late. So let me take this off and I'll put it back on for you so we can watch the build and you guys can see how it comes off. I'm obviously not going to sit here and do it with warm water right now because I don't have any warm water. And I'm going to use the Bioderma. It does the trick. I always soak 2 pads and I just kind of close my eyes and hold the cotton on the front And then like sort of half open and sort of juice up the lashes a little bit because I want them to come off easily. It's going to start to come off in little tubes. I'm going to have to redo my under eyes, but see how it's coming off in little tubes. Little tubes. It comes off easily. There's like no tugging. Just get the little pieces that'll fall on your face because there's tubes. You get another one to do a little cleanup action. But I love a good mascara that stays on but then comes off easily, because taking off a mascara sometimes is as important as putting it on. Like, I don't want something that's gonna be hard to get off. I never like that. I always take my eye makeup off before I wash my face. I don't know how people wash their faces with like all their eye makeup and everything. It just, I can't do it. Even though it's like a balm and all that, I can't do it. But see, that came off really easily. Still have some tubes. Let's redo the under eyes with my lip gloss, and I'll just use Brulee. A little palette. I'm so into this, you guys. Lionel Makeup. You got to follow him. He's awesome. And his suggestions and tips are super good. He is just like a genuinely nice person. Okay, mixing up my little concoction here. I have had no problem with my under eyes with anything creasing or doing anything weird since I started doing this. And I like it. I haven't even really had to do a whole lot of color correction because it's just so effective and sticks. Love it. There we go. I'll just take a tiny little bit of foundation so that we're even. There we go. What I miss? Hello, Lisa. I think the KJH is very innovative. You can't do much to a mascara. Exactly. There's not much you can do to improve a mascara, so you improve the applicator. Hello. I like the Prada mascara, but it is difficult to remove. I went cool eyeshadow today, Mother Pat's Moonlit Seduction, and it was so fun. I love that. So you like the Prada, Jocelyn? Is that the one with the rough outside? I didn't love it. But I will tell you that my preference for mascara is always length and easy to remove. Give me length, give me easy to remove, and give me like no raccoon eyes. That would be probably number 2. It's what I need. I'll put the mascara on after we do the eye look because that would make more sense. I think we should take like a 5-minute break. When we come back, we're going to do a look, and I'm going to share some of the shades that I bought of the Lady Gaga lip liner. And while you're sitting here, I'm going to put up some swatches for you so you guys can see all the colors. And they're literally in order. And I'll show you. Hold on. Let me grab a photo. Because the colors are, first of all, the formula is like unbelievable. I wore that home and made dinner in it and was going to show it to you guys last night. Obviously, that didn't happen because I had to leave, but I could have. And I was wearing a bracelet that kept rubbing off like all over it, a pearl bracelet that I had on. It was fantastic. Let's see. Here we go. I'm going to take the comment down. It'd be helpful if my writing wasn't all over it. I want like a full view. There we go. That's pretty good. Okay, now the order, let me grab for you. She executed these with, I've never seen 18 shades of nude that had literally every shade of nude with literally every undertone. It's insane. Okay. Where is my list? Hold on, I've got to mute for a second. Sorry. If you take a look at the app, these are in order. There is a circle that she has that we'll look at. And the shades are literally in the order of the circle, starting with, at the top, the red-brown shade family, starting with Midnight Chenille. From the red-brown family, we go to rich brown. After rich brown, it goes to taupe brown, and then rosy beige, and then mauve. So the first color is Midnight Chenille, and the last color is Peony Tulle. Now we'll be right back. Can you hear me now? Okay, so we're going to go through the colors. The top is going to be the red-brown shade family. It starts with Midnight Chenille, and then Cool Blackberry. Plum Pashmina is the third, followed by Cashmere Rouge, and then Taffeta Blush. And she describes each of these colors. So you've got Midnight Chenille is a cool blackberry, Plum Pashmina, a warm, deep wine, Cashmere Rouge, a warm cinnamon red, and Taffeta Blush, a cool woody rose. And she really, I learned from the foundation video that I have to put the swatches next to each other all the way, or people start factoring in my skin tone. This, you see the colors because I didn't put any white space in between, and I learned a big lesson. The second group would start further down. I'm gonna okay. Starts with rich brown. So you're going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go to number 6, where my little thing is. That is cocoa corduroy, a neutral rich brown, chocolate velour, warm cocoa, burnt suede, a cool medium brown, and tan leather, a warm golden brown. Okay, then we're going to go into the taupe family. So from here, we have rich velvet, which is a neutral deep espresso. Then taupe tweed, a cool gray brown. I think I bought that one. No, it was too dark for me. I bought the next one, I think. Burnt suede. Then we have tan leather. Okay, rich velvet. You know, I did taupe tweed. I was thinking about taupe tweed, but it was a little bit too dark for me. It's a cool gray brown. Then we've got shady linen. This is the one that I wound up buying. And then it goes into the rosy beiges, and these are going to be real warm. Okay, so we're going into this pinky area here. The first one of this group is rose silk, which is a neutral nude rose. Petal poplin, a warm rosy pink. Nude satin, warm caramel. Soft organza, a warm soft peach. And then this last group here is the mauve family. We have pink chiffon, which is a cool dusty rose. Antique lace, cool medium mauve, and then peony tulle. That's that last one there. I think she did the most outstanding job. Let me find the long video. I think she did the most outstanding job of colors and temperatures. And I will say, like, my arms are wrinkly, but look at how it covers. These are going to be a very long lasting product. I will tell you this because I wore them on my arm, getting rubbed with a bracelet over and over, my watch going up and down. It literally stayed so nicely. They are really nuanced. Like if you're looking for your nudie nude, you will find it. If you're looking for your blushy nude, you will find it. These colors are so just perfected. And whatever that little bit of undertone that you're looking for, you're going to find your match. When you start putting them on, some of the colors you'll be like, ooh, that's off. You know, like it just doesn't look right on your skin. And when you find one that does, you're like, oh my gosh, you can see right away what is going to work for you and what is not. Your eye is actually drawn to the ones that you want. And you look at the colors and you think, oh, they're not that different. But they are. They are so different. Each color family is so well represented by warm, cool, deep, and light. I really think she nailed the nudes. What do you guys think? Why is my banner on? Hold on. There we go. Do we like these? Do we not like these? I'm going to start putting them on. I got to get a lip because my lips are super dry. This is the one that I wore today. This is Shady Linen. And this would be like my perfect grayish color that's like not too gray, but gives me like that concealer lip that I love. I don't think anybody has nailed nudes like this. And of course it's Gaga, right? They have good glide, go on very easily. And you can feel that it's not dry, but it's also like not super wet. And the whole idea is to get them contoured. I'm going fast. And get it in there. Then for me, I'm just going to put on a nude, like a concealer lip. There's no liner on here. And these colors, like this is my perfect 90s nude. If Spice had worked for me, it would have looked like this. But this is sometimes my favorite kind of lip. It's getting harder to wear the older I get because I feel like my whole face is like faded. But if you're into this kind of a look, it's a really good color. And if you're deeper than me, that taupe tweed color will be right in there for you. It's that same cool nude, but there's also a warm one like this. If you're warm, you have a concealer lip in here. This lipstick is discontinued. It was my Lorna Doone from Gucci that I barely ever wear because I want it to last. And then this is called Talk Beauty. I think I bought this at Credo. And it's just like the best lip gloss concealer lip. No idea. I mean, I'll never get bored of this lip. Why I still love it, I don't know. You're probably like, oh, it looks terrible. It only looks terrible till you get some blush. And if you over blush, you can kind of get away with it. And this with Natasha's Nude Eye is really pretty. Yes, I can hear my boys downstairs, which means I need some estrogen in this house. I'm going to put a little Chanel Sculpting just to get a little dew going. And a quick bronze. I've gotten really into these again. When I go to touch up my makeup, I love these Charlotte sticks. And this one is like my tan color, my fake tan. It's number 11. Tan. Number 11 tan. And I'm just going to blend. Just have some little color going. Okay. And we have some dimension again. Okay. Now, this would be perfect also with this lip. This is the new Sarah Creel. And what I like about this one is that it pushes the envelope, but it's not as you think you're still in the 90s, Michelle, who do you think you are? This is more age appropriate. I don't know what's like I'm supposed to say here. It just isn't as concealer lip. It's concealer lips without being too concealer lips. Pretty complete array. Great shade. What lipstick did I put on? I could never do a concealer lip. Oh, believe me. You could. You just probably don't want to. You look like a corpse. If you're warm toned and you put a warm one on, it's going to be rosy on you. That's what you have to remember. If this was on you, you'd look dead. But there is a color here that would work for you. I want to just get this lip, because this does work really well. Okay. And this color is called Casual. And I do think it's like, I can't do concealer lips, but I want a nude. You're going to see some of your lips underneath, so you can kind of see a little bit of the rosiness, which I left. And these feel so good. I feel like I'm wearing like a lip mask right now. They're cushiony. They're yummy. These are great. And here's my other nude, which will be perfect with it. Let's get into the palette a little bit. Let me move the other palettes out of the way. Okay. I'm not a box saver, and this is going to be upside down. So let's go like this. Okay, I'm going to start on this side. We've got Slab, which is a creamy matte. Mouche, matte. Sterling, what's SF? SF, sparkling foil. Then we have Zima, which I think is like the funniest name ever, because I used to like drink those in like Bartles and James. Anybody? Did you have some? Tatra matte. Then we're going to go into the next row. We've got Chime. That's a, what did I just say? Shimmery foil or some sparkling foil. There we go. Nimbus, creamy matte. Glacier matte. Cloud, creamy matte. And then Crescent matte. Then the last row, we've got Shale matte. Chisel matte. Well, KM. What's KM? Oh boy. Anybody? What is a KM? Must be metallic or something. Then we've got Cove, creamy matte. Am I saying this wrong? Is it not a creamy matte? Oh my God, who cares? These are beautiful. You're not going to remember the names of them anyway. I will swatch them if you want. You guys tell me. I'm not going to swatch it against another palette, but I will swatch it in real time. How's that? Okay, let's start with Slab, Mouche, Sterling, and Zima. So going the first row here. She does not disappoint, guys, at all. One, two, three, four. I mean, that could be a palette right there. Done. Like, that's a great look. And you guys know her rule. You can do quads or diagonals. Any grouping of 4 will work together. She's got her whole system. You can rearrange them if you want, which I think is great. Okay, we're going to do this last guy in the first row. And we're going to go into the second row. Chime, Nimbus, Glacier. We've got Tatra, Chime, Nimbus, Glacier. This is that crazy middle shade. There we go. Ready? Ooh, let's get more of that one. This is like very hard to see on here, but it is like teeny tiny, like iridescent. I'm going with. There's like an almost like, this one goes like kind of peachy a little bit, and this one is like more like almost like a purpley iridescence. Very cool tone. You can see a little bit in this one. They are very different on than they look in the pans. Okay. The next one we're going to is Cloud, Crescent, Shale, Chisel. Cloud, Crescent, Shale, Chisel. And this is the only one that I thought was going to lean a little bit warm, and it's actually not warm on the skin. There we go. You need some colors to play off of to really feel the coolness. And it's a nice matte. It's a good one for like the whole lid. And then we've got the last 3, Cove, Zelda, and Cube. Boom, boom, boom. There you go. So you can see why I said like maybe a navy, maybe a burgundy, maybe a wine, maybe an evergreen color. There's so many things that you could do with this, because this palette literally is for cool people. It is our nude. It's the you don't look off nude. Used to drink your mom's wine coolers. Bartles and James in those stubby bottles. Yes. The shades are gorgeous. They're beautiful. They apply well. I mean, I can tell you that I've played with it a couple times now, done a couple different looks, and I really like it. You can be very, very basic, and you could just go into like one of these ones that's got the shine, and you could literally just do like a one and done with a wing. This is the color Crescent. And I have to say, like, I've used my fingers with these, and I've used my rocker brushes. This is this color right here. These are so pretty. And if you're not used to like wearing a ton of eyeshadow, like I feel like this little generation is, something like this by itself with a lash is such a pretty look. I'm going to go into Slab, which is the first shade. Just knock a little bit off, and I'm going to do my usual kind of up and out. I have to do it with my eye open and closed because I need to be able to see where my eye creases. Make sure I'm adjusting for it. And I'm really just trying to define the space a little bit. But I mean, that's all it takes is just a tiny little bit of shadow. And you get like such a delicious look. It's so pretty. All right, I'm going to decorate this a little bit. I'm going to go into cloud, which is like this kind of gray white, and just use it here. I'm using all rougher brushes, by the way, guys, and they're sending me some stuff. So I'm going to do a giveaway when those come. But I kind of like this for kind of brightening this area without putting sparkles there. You can do it with one of these shades. And I'm going to go into Chime because this one has some of that kind of pinky purpley kind of a color. I'm going to put it right in the center. I mean, look at that. Can you see that? The teeny tiny. It's like almost reflective, like a mirror. I love this palette, you guys. I cannot help myself. I'm going to take a little of this Tatra color, this little bit deeper gray. Just going to give myself a little bit of matte right here just to make my eye look even bigger. I'm into this grungy underneath right now. Like, give me the grunge. Give me like the grungy tones. This kind of an eye is just doing it for me right now. And I've worn absolutely no makeup all summer. Seriously. Barely at all. And now I'm awake. I'm awake and I'm hungry. And I want it back. Let's do some of the mascara. I'm going to put on I'm gonna have to order another one of these. You guys, the Mature Beauty have pushed the others aside for the waterline. This is the black. Just gonna tight line a little bit. This is how I get the volume looking because I like length. Look what that just did. Just liner. It's kind of amazing. And that took about 30 seconds because these go on so easily. And I'll show you how they do the smudge. She's got these little brushes. We'll do that after we get the mascara on so that you can really see it. I'm going to bring you in super close for the mascara. Okay. Got the little tiny little brush. It's like a little thinner. And then it kind of widens. So you can like really get in. I'm going to start in here. I like to roll mascara and wiggle it on. And you can see that I can really get in here. These tiny little hairs right here. Like I am just able to like get in to all of these little tiny little lashes in here that always get forgotten. Nobody gets forgotten with these. It's not too wet. You know how some of the tubing mascaras go on super wet? This one is not. Look at that. I'm just rolling and kind of blinking into it. And then I like to wiggle till I get the most oomph. I didn't even curl them. And this is just absolutely lengthening fast. It doesn't get clumpy, but I like to brush through. I just like to keep brushing. Ooh, shit. There we go. I'm going to do another dip. These outer lashes are hungry. You can really get in on this area. And every single lash gets the treatment. I have one that grows like a weird direction right here, and I have to pinch it because it goes crazy. I'm going to these bottoms. I think this mascara is really good because you can kind of build. You can feel when it starts to dry. You know that feeling with the tubing mascara where you just got to stop. We're getting there. I'm going to brush through that one funky eyelash that I have. And then like I said, I like to kind of hold them up. You can't have both. That's why I said, wouldn't it be cool if they had a two-sided mascara? One big brush and one little. So that's with. Without. Pretty good, huh? Katie came to the party with our lashes. I think that there's a use case for this with almost everyone. These lashes are impossible for me because, first of all, the skin's coming down over here. Can barely get in. Over here, it's hard to reach. You always wind up like hitting yourself in the eye or whatever. This mascara is good. Really good. I think it's going to be a big seller at Sephora. I think you're going to see a lot more small ones because of this. It is so pretty. I know the liner, you guys, the liner's amazing. And you can make a perfect little wing. It's a good mascara. But also, check out that eye look. I mean, I'm going to do underneath. This is just an old Natasha brush. Just going into the brown matte that I used. Okay, now I'm going to use one of the other liners that I have to dip into this mascara. I mean, eyeliner. And I like to put it right on here. And I can go here and place it with my eye open and just get that perfect little wing. And I go with the wrinkle instead of against it. It just gives you like a nice little whisper of a wing. And I always feel like this area is getting larger and larger. So if I'm faking a crease on the bottom and on the top, I'm doing it on the bottom too. But super pretty, fantastic formula. I'm ordering more. I didn't think that eyeliners could do this. I didn't think it would ever go on like this and ever give you the kind of look that it has on the bottom. I'm going to take the Chantecaille, what's it called? Eyebright Nude. I got to do this with looking. Sorry. There we go. Look at the difference. Wow. I love this. If you find a liner that's like a nude like this, like the Chantecaille, keep it out and remember to just dab it on your waterline like that. It really makes your eyes pop. It's like a huge, like it makes them bigger looking. I mean, this side is not as great, but wow, love it. All right, we're gonna get smoky. Should we smoke? Let's smoke. Here we go. Do we like? I mean, I love it because I've been waiting for this for forever, since forever. I love this Shoto 00 brush. I'm going to go in the whole lid with Cloud. Now, this one, I'm going to dab with the little calligraphy part. It's got the little hairs at the top. And when I had this on the other day, I only had this color, this Cloud, and it looked so like mod. It just reminded me of like every 60s look that's got kind of that kind of chalky, pastel-y, grayish, just twiggy kind of a color. I mean, with a lash, I could be done. I love this. I love the way that it sits, the way that it blends. It's just so good. Okay, I'm going to go into Zima because we enjoyed drinking some Zimas back in the day. I'm going to use the same brush. I'm putting it like on those little hairs that I'm tapping off. I just want to get a little wash on top. It's very elongating when you keep going out this direction. I feel like I've got more real estate than I do inside now. It's just kind of going out here. Let's try one as like a liner. This is the Shoto 01. It's got a nice taper. I'm going to go into, I don't want to go too dark. I'm going to go into Nimbus, which is this one over here. Just with the edge. Right into the lashes. want to go slowly, just kind of in between. I'm going up and out. Very different. Let's use our rougher. I hope they bring this back, the 21. Let's do Glacier, that middle shade. This brush picks up those little tiny sparkles so well. I want to go right in here. And just light this. That's pretty. This builds very, very easily and quickly. I like that. I like the way that this is going sideways. I'm going to go back to this little liner brush. I want to keep this gradation going. So I'm going to find, I'm going to go into Tatra, this one over here. I want to get some of this kind of beigey brown in the gradient. Yes. Now I'm going to go into Cube. Little powdery. Definitely love this. I just think it's so modern, but so like old school, but not. You know what I mean? Like the textures and the feel of this versus the color story are just so good. I'm kind of into this one. I want to go into Sterling. This is a Shoto 03. Really picks up. I want to just here. It's like gymnastics that I'm doing right now. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I like that. It's like very scattered. There's almost like an iridescence to it, like a purpley iridescence almost, where you see like the silver over here. This is much more muted. Let's jazz it up. I'm going to go into Zelda. Love that name. Ooh, it's like a pearl. Yes. Ooh, I like that. Oh, that is so pretty. What do we want to come out the door with? I want it to kind of gray. Go back to the pencil. And take a little shale with a little Zelda. I'm going to do a gray liner with this one. Oh, I like that. I like that. I'm going to go back into Cloud, which is what we started with. I love putting her mattes a little bit over her sparkles. It just shows through a little bit and you get like a much more subtle effect. This is Chime. Oh, I like that. Okay, let me get a gray liner. This is called Steel Gray. This would be good with a black liner, a silver liner, a gray liner. Could even do like a taupe. Just going to drag a little of this out. The great thing about these liners is that they're easy on, and then they just do exactly what you want. See how you can just pull it, and it gives you like this upward motion. Ooh, I like that. I like this. Natasha's palettes have been not as appealing to me as they used to. I own almost all of them, but I stopped and I'm so back on. She's got to keep this coming. All right, I'm going to put this mascara on again on the other eye, which sometimes I feel like one eye is so much easier to do than the other. But with this, you can really get in there. There we go. It's like they were forgotten and now they're back at the party. It's easy to get this on. Like it's not a huge effort, but it's also like not super wet. But you can feel that it's still pliable. I'm going to get a little bit more on here. This is where I run into a little trouble, where I wish that I could like really have like a big wand also and really get into the fan. I mean, all those little forgotten guys, I'm going to on purpose touch it to my lid so that you can see how easily it comes off of the skin. Why do I know? Because I don't think I've ever put mascara on without getting it on me. Not just my lashes, but on me. Oops, grabbed the wrong thing. There we go. One little. Just flakes right off. I like to kind of hold them up a little bit, like when they're drying, which the smaller wand makes that not as easy, but look at what this can do. I mean, if you're gonna wear mascara, right? 21 is such a good brush, isn't it? Definitely need. I need a nude. Is that a Mature Beauty liner? It certainly is. Both of them. I've got steel gray and black. Is there any fallout from the mascara? When I wore it all day, there wasn't any on my face. Right now, you have to clean up. If you're going to go through your lashes, some of those little clumpy things are going to fall. And then I just wipe them away with a clean spoolie. Anytime I go to like a makeup counter, like by Chanel, I always grab a couple of these, that are out like as testers. They are so great for this kind of thing. Just flicking stuff away. But I didn't have any fallout at all today when I was out with my lashes at the grocery store or the train station or the dog wetting washed. It is just a beautiful palette. You can definitely get some different looks, but you're going to be in the same family all the time until you bring in another shade, which I'm going to do. I'm going to bring in another shade. Let's see. I think it's only fair that we use Natasha. This is her old number 10 palette. And this blue in here is having quite a moment right now in beauty. I've seen it all over the place. So let's give it a try. What do you say? We're going to wing it. I am going to go into this blue crazy color because this is the blue that I am seeing all over the place. Have you guys seen this on all the runways? This like crazy, insane blue. Tom Ford's going to have a blue palette coming. I don't think I'm buying it. I have my 2 blue palettes from Chanel, and I clearly have some blues around here. I'll find them. I want to just play a little bit. I mean, I'm not going to wear like a crazy amount of the crazy color, but you can play. I mean, if you want to do the crazy look, go for it. I think it's awesome to be crazy. I'm such not a color wear person, but I like if I can make my makeup look of the moment while also being classic at the same time. And so by doing that, it's like I'm leaning into the trend, but I'm not letting it rule my world because I'm 58. It is a Mature Beauty liner. It's outstanding. It is a Mature Beauty liner. And I love the peekaboo blue. See how like this now just looks like I have framed my eye because the shadows are so perfect. I have an early appointment tomorrow and I'm 1 hour ahead. So thank you, Michelle. I'll be in touch tomorrow. Good night, Jocelyn. I love a tiny pop of baby blue or periwinkle sparkle. I mean, that's fun. And truly, if I went back into this palette and I took a little of this middle color that is like my whole world right now. I mean, hi. Hi. I haven't worn any makeup all summer. Hi. It's stunning. Let me scooch you back a little. I mean, hello. What do we think? Hi, Judy. Been missing the chat, spending too much on makeup lately. You guys tempt me. Don't be tempted. I just went into like one of the oldest palettes that I own and found a great blue. There are colors, you guys, hidden in all of your drawers and boxes and shelves, and we are going to make it our business to bring it all out again because we have invested in things that we were really excited about. I will tell you that this palette is going to sit out every day, and I'm not going to have to hunt around now for something that will tone down warmth that's coming through in a palette that doesn't look quite right on my skin. And the liners are the bomb. I'm going to try all these on for you. I have this many. Let me get this blue off my hand. And we're going to do some lips. Do some lips. I'm going to ask you guys for like 30 seconds, and I'll be right back. I have blue on my sweater. I'll be right back. Hold on. Okay. Hello. Everybody's very mellow tonight. Okay. I'm going to take off my, what was this one called? Shady Linen. They're all fabrics. Every single color is a fabric name. Okay, that's off. This one is called Taffeta Blush. And I believe it's in the mauve family. Okay. This is in the red-brown family. It is a cool, woody rose. See, they really set down in a hurry. Let's put this one on. I need a little hydration for a second. I love this little silicone thing. If you guys can find one like on Amazon for like $2, highly recommend. I'm a little dehydrated today. Okay, that is better. Okay, here we go. I like this one because I tend to like those plummy browns. Where it's kind of skating between a brown and a mauve. And then you can contour and shape them. And I'm actually going to grab this is Biscuit from Westman. I think that's a good match. Now, this is a totally different kind of look than the first one because it's got that warmer tone, but I can wear it because it just sits exactly where it needs to for me. Obviously, I would do a different blush with this, but I really dig it. They're just a great texture, a great stick-to-itiveness, but not hard and inflexible. It's just really pretty. Hello, first time here. Are you Elizabeth Marie? What do you like to go by? We're all very good friends here. Welcome. So I really like this one. I needed something that kind of was, I was kind of thinking about that new Prada palette that's got like the warm browns in it. Hi, Liz. And I thought this was going to kind of be that vibe. So I'm holding on to this guy for a while and see how these warm browns. This one just hits plum enough for me. This eye is kind of weird with it, but you know what I mean? Okay, the next color, it's empty. We're going to go into Antique Lace. And Antique Lace is a cool medium mauve from the mauve family. I tended to like the bottom scale of the colors where the mauves are at the end. I was leaning hard there and not as hard into the group right above it because they were a lot warmer. This is going to stay on. Like if you're a normal person, it will stay on. Okay. Okay, so we're going into Antique Lace. Here we go. These really started to feel like they were coming toward my lip color. You can see it's just a little bit warmer than me, but I can push it because it's got the right undertone. It still has that like mauviness. So I could do a lip like, I really want like fruity nudie. Could they make the words any smaller? I don't know if they can. Okay, this is Rudy Nudie from Westman. I think that's a good match. Hard to look at with this eye, but it's such a pretty, soft nude. You know, you could do like such a pretty, just fresh look with this. Not the one I'm wearing. I got two different eyes going from the Cool palette. So it looks weird. But this is sort of like getting into my lip range now. Where kind of, you can see that I could make my lips look bigger. Take this off. The colors by family all get that little change. This, okay, I'm going to go real pale now. This is Peony Tool. And I was thinking here about a lot of these like lilac-y looks that are coming out that I really needed to have a lip that I could put on that was in that family. Sometimes you want like that lighter pink and it can look chalky and it can be, I don't know, just kind of off. And I'm hoping that this one, I haven't tried them obviously on yet, but this really did seem like the perfect pale pink for me. And you can see it's like almost exactly my lip color. So there's nude, and then there's nude, right? That's kind of like on my whole lip now. And what I wanted to do with this is put on this is my Gucci that I love, that I can't stop wearing, the one with Marianne's name in it. And this is a stain. And I love like a deeper in the middle, kind of cooler outside lip that I could wear like with purples and lilacs. This is, I think, my favorite lip color right now. It's a different kind of nude, you know, than the concealer lip nude, but this is like me pale. I like it. It's a good color. If you want something really pale, the peony tool. Okay, and our last one is Pink Chiffon. And this one I'm pairing with the Sarah Creel. So this is Adulting. And this is Pink Chiffon. So I'm going to go up here. This is Pink Chiffon. And the Sarah Creel liner. They're like such a good match. Let's take this lip off. Okay, my lips are dead. Dead. Look, it's like not even coming off. You're gonna have to scrub it off. Okay, last color. Here we go. If I had to pick one color that matches my lip the best, it's this one. It's like my lips, but 10 years ago. Sometimes you want that blushy nude. It's fresh. And this gloss with it is going to be perfect, I can tell. Oh, yeah. Hi. I'm alive. See how that is just, this is my lips, but on steroids. Liner looks beautiful. I love this one. I remember to use my Marianne the other day, a bit darker on you. I have one that's even deeper that I'm kind of waiting for fall. It is really pretty. You guys, this color is like, your lips will show through, but it gives them this blushed effect that is so youthful and pretty and also feels amazing. Like I could just sleep in this kind of thing. This liner is pink chiffon. I love it. I love it. It's my favorite one. Wakes up the face. Yes. But sometimes you don't want to wake up your face. But I see what I'm saying is like you have to think about the different nudes in your life. So you've got like the concealer nude, the rosy nude, the brownie nude, the pinky nude, and like the your lips but better nude. And when you go through the colors, there's some of them are just going to hit you. And some of them you're going to look at and go, that is off. That's weird. The pink chiffon one, no, peony tulle, sorry. I also think that this will be great with Cloud, the Cloud one from Chanel. Check it out. Flying Cloud. Yep. I have been struggling to figure out what liner I was going to wear with this. And so if you got the Cloud one or the new one, the Crush, this just gives it that little nudge. Molly, I'm campaigning this whole lip for the wedding for you. I know you don't like lips, but even if you didn't go as hard on the liner, something like this in photos for you would be so pretty for the wedding. Molly's son is getting married next summer, and I'm already picking out her makeup with her because it's so fun to think about. But this kind of a color like in photos looks a lot better than concealer lips. You know what I mean? It's this eye is not like my favorite with it. I would do something maybe in the browns or I don't know. But I like this kind of happiness that you get from this. It's good. The lips are good. The lips are good. And the Cool palette, you guys, I mean, you had me at, I need a Cool. Like, I didn't care what was in here. I just cared that she finally made one. And I do love it. I think you could go a lot of directions with this, like we did with the blue here. The colors are stunning. The textures are so Natasha. She's got the wow, you know, she really does. And she executes these colors with so much like love and care. And when you see them in person, even though it looks like all the colors are kind of alike, if you're a neutrals girl, they're not. They have nuances, and there's different sparkles and different textures and different ways that they lay down, and to play with them with the rougher brushes that have the little calligraphy ends, the shotos, is like a match made in heaven. I mean, I totally think this is endorsed by me. Like, I never say I'm obsessed with this. I love it. I love this. I love this. You'd have to pry it out of my cool dark hands. I love it. Lady Gaga, only you could bring us 18 nude shades with 5 families and 75 different tones and undertones and hit every note for every one. You want a nude that's brown? I got it. You want a rosy nude? I got it. You want a mauve nude? Go for it. You want something like the taupe family? You're here. You want to go blackened? Absolutely. Grayish? We gotcha. She did all of them. All of them. There is a liner here for everyone. It's the most inclusive range I've ever seen in lips, ever. I can't think of one that's more. It's just that good. And the way she has it laid out, when you go on the website, you can see the color wheel and you'll see what the opposite tones are. And then she has all of these, excuse me, all of these arranged by warm, neutral, cool. You can see the range. You can look at the shades. You can see what would sit well with what, where you are on here, whatever color family you're into. When you really stare into that circle, it does go round and around. Like I could have put the last color on top of the first. It's like a wheel. The whole thing is there. She hit every single one, left nobody out. It's a complete circle. I think that's a pretty cool thing. The liners themselves, aside from the fact that the colors are so great, the formula is nice. The Sarah Creoles, I'm so happy she did some colors that I wanted because I never bought these before. I didn't love any of the tones, but both of these are, I mean, if I had to pick a blushy nude and a nudie nude gloss, this is them. I got them right here. It's perfect. The liners, it's worth it. These are worth it. The whole thing today is worth it. The mascara, hello. I think it's effective. And that little wand, you can get in there with those tiny little lashes, wherever it is you need to go. The Mature Beauty liner, like, look no further than buy them. They are far and away the best liners for the waterline ever. And the little brush that you get is worth the money, and you get one on every single one. So you can use one of them on the other. I've used it with eyeshadow. You know, I just dip in and it's just the perfect shape, and you can clean up with it. Like if you put it in the micellar water and you don't drag hard because you want to have your creases, you can go right underneath, lifting the eye up. Let's put on a little blush. Really, let's celebrate this look. Here we go. Thank you, Lisa. See, blush makes a huge, huge difference. There we go. We are cool. I needed a cool. I got a cool. What do you guys think? Are you liking the palette? Is it too one tone for you? Have you seen it up close? Because I kind of thought it was, but now I don't. These shades all have like shifts. The ones with the colors, I mean with the sparkles, they all have a shift that you see in the light. It's a fun one to play with. If you are cool toned, I would say you need it. The sales are coming, by the way. They've started coming into my inbox already. Labor Day sales are coming. The Sephora sale will be here before you know it. You are about to get slammed with every single product. Hold it together. If it's not something like that Chanel where you have to buy like immediately, take your time. This stuff's not going anywhere. You know, it's the beginning of the beginning. And they're going to come fast and furious. I'm very interested to see the new Farah Hamidi tomorrow. Hope that people have it on, or like Molly said, she saw it on TikTok. I'm going to take a look. I want to see what that's like. This is going to be hard to beat. This Katie Jane Hughes is all that in a bag of chips. I really like it. All right, ladies, I am going to say goodnight. I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of your week. Get in there and try to swatch some liners if you can. They are in stores, the Haus Labs. Find your nude. Try the Sarah Creel when you're there. She's got 2 sparkly ones too. All right, everybody. Sending you all a lot of love. Thank you for being here tonight. I will see you all very soon. Good night, everybody. Good night. Bye.